Hey Chicas! Welcome to Coding for Chicks! In this lesson we're going to learn how to use while loops in Python. Let's start by creating a new file and save it real quick. We go up, we find my Python code and we're gonna name it while loops. Save. In last lesson, we were playing around with the raw input function as well as the if statement. Now let's create a variable called answer and use our raw input function to ask the user, do you like cake? But let's add the yes or no option so the user knows what to input. It's an important question. Now, what are we going to do if the user decides he's not going to follow our instructions, but instead write, yes, I really like cake, which is actually a better answer than why? That is where while comes in. So what we can do is give him better instructions and ask him again and again until he answers with an answer we understand. Because even though really liking cake is very good, it doesn't fit our program at this point. So let me show you. We're gonna start by writing while and then parentheses. And within the parentheses, there's going to be an expression. Let me just write expression here. This expression can either be true or it can be false. While it is true, the while loop is going to repeat itself. Once it becomes false, it's going to stop. In this program, we're going to be looking at the answer to our question. So, it's normal that the answer will be our expression. Let's take a look at how we do that. So I start by erasing our instructions. I write answer, and this is going to look strange, but I'll explain. There's going to be two equal signs. And then our y. We're used to seeing just one equal sign. And that is because we're putting some input into the variable. But in this case, we're not putting anything into the variable. We're just comparing. Does answer equal y? But that is not enough because we also give the user the possibility to input n. To give him that option, we will add something that is called or. And then we'll repeat answer, double equals, and n. What I've done here is I've given the user two options. So if answer equals y, or if answer equals n, then the expression is going to be true. I said that while the expression is true, the loop is going to repeat itself. So if the answer is yes, or y, or if it's n for no, then the loop is going to repeat itself. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Oh, yes, me laddie, it certainly should. The reason I wanted to start with this is then I can show you the double equals and I can teach you about or. But now I can also teach you about and does not equal. Let's see. The first thing we do is change the double equals to does not equal. So the answer cannot be y and it cannot be n. Okay, so if the answer is not y, then we want to loop. Okay, I'm happy with that. If the answer is not n, then we're going to loop 2. Okay, I'm happy with that too. But if the answer is y, then this guy is happy, but this guy is going to be unhappy and he's going to make us loop. Same if we have an n, then this guy is happy and that one is unhappy and he's going to make us loop. That doesn't work, so how are we going to fix it? I know this sounds a little bit complicated, but let me try to explain it again. You practically look at each one of these two, this one and that one, as different expressions. So what we have set here is that if this expression, number 1, is true, or if this expression is true, then we're going to loop. So only one of them has to be true for us to loop, because we put or. This one or that one. That one or this one. Okay, it's time to fix it. We're going to change or to his brother that we call and. That means that if this part is true, this expression here is true, and this expression is also true, then we're going to loop. Not only if this is true, or only if this is true. No, not enough. We want both of them to be true. Phew, okay, almost there. Now let's finish our while by putting our colon here. We always have to put a colon in while and if and for that I'm going to teach you later. So we put it here, and now we can start writing some fun stuff. Okay, so while the user is not inputting what I want, what do I want to do? I want to start by giving him another chance. So I'll take in another input from him and give him some better instructions. Please answer with Y or N. I do not understand other input. Okay, I think I'm ready to run software now. I press F5. Of course I want to save. This is what the user sees when he runs our program. So it's asking him, do you like cake? And our user really likes cake. And he's like, yes, I certainly like cake. Huh. He didn't understand that. Why, yes. No, that wasn't what he wanted. Yes. No. Yes. No, not either. Oh, okay. It's supposed to be why. There we go. As you can see, our brilliant program forced the user to do exactly what we wanted. Huh. I should use that on my boyfriend. Let's go back and use our knowledge of if statements to add a little bit to the program. Okay, we're back in the code. While works just like if with the indentation. So if we indent here, we're in the while loop. But if we don't, we're out of the while loop. I'm going to do an if statement outside of the while loop, and I want to have a space between to make it prettier. If answer double equals y colon, cannot forget the colon. If the user says y, then I want to print out, of course you do. With the while loop, I made sure that the user will only say y or n for no. So I can just do else. If it says n, what am I going to print out? Are you mad? Who doesn't like cake? We start by asking the user if he likes cake. Then we force him to answer with either y or n. And we give him better instructions. And finally, we evaluate his answer. So we can tell him that of course he's right, he should like cake, or that he's completely mad. So this all looks normal and good. Yay, we're finished. Now for a final run. Do I like cake? No, I'm insane. Oh yes, the program knows that. That is the end of this lesson. For more awesome videos, you can check out my YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe, like, or comment. I also have a Facebook and a Twitter, so do your thing. Thank you for listening. This is Coding for Chicks.